Penguin, yes, it does not disappoint. It is fun, it is fresh, it delivers, it is dark, but there's humor. It's great. Episodes down, 6 more to look forward to. Are you ready to take a peek? Let's do a dive. Woo, pun intended. The second episode of the Penguin series, and I waited to come on to give my review because the first one was just mind-blowing. I loved it. I loved everything about it. It did not disappoint. Colin Farrell as the Penguin blew me away. I knew that it was him. I had the preparation. I even saw him beforehand, like getting ready. I watched clips to see him getting ready, going under the process. I know it took between like 6 hours to get into that character and makeup. And then by the time they got into the swing of things, it went from like a 6-hour process to a 3-hour process. So I knew the process, the journey, that this was in depth. To be honest, I was skeptical. I did not think he was going to be able to pull this off. And I was kind of watching it just to find out and to see the performance. I didn't think he was going to be able to do it. I was like, oh, okay, sure. Oswald Oscob, the Penguin, center stage, such a presence, such an iconic character, a character you either nail or fail. Oh my goodness, he nails this character. Amazing, amazing job. I am blown away. I love it. One comparison that I, as a viewer, do make from previous series that I've watched on HBO, on Max, is from the Soprano series from years back. Tony Soprano, an iconic character that we hate and love at the same time. There's a duality to him. There's a fierce, aggressive, take charge, I am who I am mentality, and nobody better cross me. But then there's also this kind of lovable teddy bear side that we as the viewer really get to see. And I am seeing that. Even though it's early on, I'm seeing elements of that in the Oswald character, in the Penguin character. There's a duality. He's multi-layered, and we're really feeling the depth of that. How he can love his mother, show such attentiveness to the mother, really want to step up and take charge and be the man she thinks he can be the son he thinks he can be, should be, wants to be, strives to be. And that in his mindset means power, it means control, it means money, it means doing whatever it takes to get the job done. He's scrappy. He understands the difference between right and wrong, good and bad. However, he's willing to do what it takes as a survivor, as a cockroach kind of survivor mentality to get where he needs to go. And he's going to get there no matter what. He's goal-oriented, he's pushing through, he's persevering. And it really reminds me of that Tony Soprano mentality of pick yourself up by the bootstraps, get things done. And yes, there's people that get hurt along the way. That's part of their process. Doesn't mean it's right. It's part of their process. And I just want to pay homage there to the late and the great James Gandolfini. So after Falcone's death, Oz has decided, and we see this in a reflected way of him overlooking the city, Gotham, and wanting to do what he believes is right for the people. And in his mind, that is him gaining power and being able to lead this criminal enterprise. Gotham is a character in itself because you really feel the nitty-gritty and what the criminal behavior element is really trying to do, survive as best as they're able to, provide as best as they're able to. But you see how also there is this shift in especially the Penguin character where he wants to help the community which he grew up in, rise up in, to then be able to give back. He does have a dual mission here. It's not just about him succeeding for him. And you feel elements of that. And I like that. That really helps us as the viewer want to root for him, but also realize that he's pretty evil. He's evil as well. And we're watching that journey unfold as to how he is going to manipulate, deceive, lie, cheat, steal, kill, murder to get his way to the top. He will get there at all costs. Yes, that we can see right away. And he is scrappy, and we're just getting a taste of how scrappy he can be, how quickly he can think on his feet, how he can pivot in a situation, and how no matter what, you get the job done. So we see Oz stepping up, doing things that are going to put him in a position of gaining power, playing both sides, Falcone's, Salvatore's takedown. We don't know everything that he has planned or up his sleeve, and I don't think he does either. It's going to be a fun journey to watch this unfold. Victor Aguilera, who plays Renzi, and we dive a little bit deeper in character here where we see a point that's really tried to get nailed home from Oz about following through. No matter what he asks of him, it's up to him to step up and get the job done. You're not getting multiple chances here. Get it done at all costs. And he's really trying to drive that home because he himself has lived through it. He walks the walk, he talks the talk. He's quick on his feet, he pivots, he perseveres. Otherwise, he would have been dead a long time ago. And he's making that point and really trying to dial it home for Renzi. Kristen Milotti is Sophia Falcone, and after losing her brother, who was going to be taking power of the family of the criminal enterprise for the Falcones, she now is struggling with her dynamic. She's recently released from a mental health ward institution and is back home. So there's a stigma that we see carried with her, and what she has done, she's striving to gain power or control within her own family. She's trying to step up and lead, but because she is a female, she is not represented in that world. So we see that power struggle. We see her trying to find her place in the family. In episode 2, this is the first time that we actually hear Oz being referred to as the Penguin. Now, this is coming from Johnny Vidi's character, who was played by Michael Kay, and you can tell that these two, from the beginning, from the get-go, they don't like each other. There's a lot of mistrust there. There's a lot of disdain. They don't like each other. They're always at each other's throats, and then we see Penguin actually go at his throat. So he's the first one that we see as the audience call him Penguin, and it is not one of endearment. All right, so the Penguin series is streaming on Max. It is definitely worth the cost of Max to get this to watch the series. I myself have been jonesing since I watched episode 1. Waiting. A week and a half was too long. I know now it's going to be premiering Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am so excited to continue to watch the Penguin series that I think everyone else really should. If you are someone that likes drama, but also mixed in with the criminal element, if you're good with, murder, mayhem, but really watching characters develop and unfold in ways that makes you as the viewer feel conflicted, where you as the viewer are loving and hating these people at the same time, and how you can even see yourself a little bit, right? Not to the extreme, it's okay, but how you can see how they are unfolding in this way, or you can understand where they're coming from. They are really doing a wonderful job bringing forth characters that make you relate as an audience member. And these are characters that are really over the top. I mean, Penguin is so over the top, and yet you can see how he's very relatable and almost understand how he gets to the places that he's gonna have to go moving forward. And I am excited to watch that journey. I am excited to watch that unfold. Dare I say, I think it's one of the best shows on TV right now. If it's a genre that you can get behind, this is for you, especially if you've been a fan of Batman movies over the years. I remember seeing the first Batman movie with Michael Keaton when it came out years ago in the theater with my parents. I was so excited to just sit there and be immersed by these characters. And I feel it now, even today, watching the Penguin unfold and really enjoying the process. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? I mean, I am just seeing all these connections that maybe I'm making as a lover of the Batman franchise films over the years, and just miscellaneous foreshadowing that I might be seeing as a viewer. But I do feel as though the writer, the director, if they were a fan growing up to these films, that it's kind of interconnected and there's things that are just going to be not so blatant, right, as undertones moving forward. And I do feel this beautiful dance happening as we watch and unfold the layers of this absolute series masterpiece. All right, everyone, so let me know your thoughts down below. Give a like, give a subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Make sure you're watching this one Sundays at 9. Oh, something to look forward to. Take care. Big boss, I want to be in power. Death and chaos. Penguin. Flippity floppity. So what do we think? Are people going to be dressing up as the Penguin for Halloween this year? It's that good.